back to my channel. Today I thought we would go into the games that I would like to beat in 2021. So just like in 2020, in years before, I've wanted to get through my gaming backlog, and part of that is writing out some games that I'd like to complete in that year. And so 2020 I did decently well. I think I got through 40 games off of my backlog. So this year I've made a list of 20 games that I have not played and I would like to get off my backlog. So let's dive into it for 2021. So the first one is a game that was on my 2020 list, but due to the pandemic and some other things going on, I just didn't get around to it, so I didn't get to complete it. And that was Dragon Age Inquisition for the PlayStation 4. Now, if you've watched that story there, you will realize that when I originally bought Dragon Age in my PlayStation 4 all those years ago, I lost my save file. Somehow it just disappeared and I couldn't get it back. And I had put like 30 plus hours into this game and couldn't get it back. And I got very frustrated and quite upset about it and just sort of left it and said I'll come back to it sometime. And I was really upset. So when I thought this year for back in 2020, I thought, hey, I'm going to restart playing Dragon Age Inquisition, and I put it in, and this was like a week before the end of the year just to have some fun, and magically my save file was there. So it updated, of course, and then my save file showed up, and I was so excited to get it back. Like it was like, oh, it's back. So I'm looking forward to beating that, and it's probably one of the first things on my list to get off, because it's a big RPG and I get distracted in RPGs. And so that'll be one I'd like to get to. The next one is a game that has bothered me since it first came out, and I've been wanting to play it so badly, but just never found the time. And that's Tomb Raider for the PS4. So the newest iteration of Tomb Raider. My sister played it. My youngest sister has played it, and I think the second one as well. And she absolutely loved it. She highly recommended it. And I am a big fan of the Tomb Raider franchise. I remember all the way back in the PS1 days playing it, and I just haven't gotten around to it. I mean, I love the Uncharted series. I've played through all of them. I love that Indiana Jones kind of feel and having a great adventure, and that's exactly what Tomb Raider is. So I'm really looking forward to that. The next game on my list, a little late to the party for this one, is the original Spider-Man for the PlayStation 4. I don't have a PlayStation 5, so I obviously don't have Miles Morales, but I do have a PlayStation 4 Pro, and I do want to play the original Spider-Man before I do that, because that'll be one of the first games that I will get for the PlayStation 5 when I get it. I've heard such great things about it. I remember playing Spider-Man at my friend's house on the I want to say PlayStation 1 or 2, one of the ones, and it was really, really fun swinging through the city. I'm so looking forward to doing that and beating up all the classic Spider-Man villains. So I'm really looking forward to that. The next game on my list is Just Cause 3. I have never played a Just Cause game, but I hear it's sort of, it's an open sandbox destruction game. I mean, it sounds reminiscent to me of a GTA style game, which I love. GTA. It's one of my favorite games, game series, pardon me. And so I think I'm going to enjoy playing Just Cause 3. The next one is a game that my daughter bought. I didn't even know. My daughter's 2 years old, for those who don't know. And I had left my PlayStation controller sitting out, and somehow she bought this game. And that's Sonic Heroes. I have not played that. I've played many Sonic games, but that is one that has escaped my clutches. So when she bought it digitally, I prefer, if I can, to try to buy it physically, and if I do buy something digitally, and I do beat it, I do often like it, or just like it in general. I do often go out and buy the physical if I can. But she bought this one digitally, so I'm going to try to beat that, because it looks like it's fun and it looks like a short game, and I do like a Sonic game. I have no idea if it's good or not. Based on the trailer, it seemed to be okay, so let's see. The next one on my list is I really want to get through the Pokemon Sword and Shield DLC. There's a lot of content that they've released over the last little while. I've been playing a lot of that with my daughter, but we haven't really been playing the DLC too much. Like, I just did a little bit of the Isles of Armor DLC, and then that was it. And my daughter and I just really got into just running around and just having fun, which is the whole point of games, and I want to inspire her to have that fun and associate positive memories with video games like I have when I was a kid. And if that just means running around just catching and beating up Pokemon, and just leveling up and grinding, if that instills some of that great memory for her and some nostalgia maybe down the road, then I want to do that. And so we haven't got too far into that. And plus my wife is going through again Sword and Shield, and her and I may restart. I'm hoping not. I might restart my Sword copy, not my Shield, because that's my main one. But yeah, we'll see how that goes, because it's always fun to explore new things, and we often set challenges, my wife and I, when we play these Pokemon games, like a single type challenge, or my wife hates Nuzlocke, so we don't do that. But we do little challenges. It makes it more fun for us all, right? The whole point of games. The next one is Let's Go Pikachu or Eevee. Now I've got Let's Go Eevee for the Switch, and I have not played it, and I think I mentioned in my Pokemon video about the first generation teams that I've had, like the very first ones that I remember making. I said that I haven't played this game, but I wanted to, and I think I'm going to give it a try this year. I think it's going to be really fun to play that on the Switch, and a little bit of nostalgia. I might even play it sooner rather than later, because we're still under a lockdown actually in Ontario up until near the end of January, and so not too much I can do. So I might do that. Who knows? The next one is I want to finish and actually go from beginning right to the end and do some of the post-game content on Pokemon Diamond or Pearl. I have started the game so many times, and like so many games out there, and I'm sure there's many people out there that have the same problem I do. You start a game, you love it, and just, I don't know why. I don't know. Something stopped me, and I don't know what it was, or the many times I've played this game, what it could be, but something's always stopped me. And it's usually around the 6th gym. Once I almost got to the Elite Four, and then I just stopped. It just, I don't know. But I wanted to go through it, and I want to actually say, yeah, I finished the game and got through it, because it is a good game, and I love the region. So it pains me to do that I haven't done that. So I want to do that for the 3DS. The next game is I'd like to play Crash 2. So last year, for 2020, I beat Crash 1 on the Insane Trilogy. This year I want to continue and do Crash 2 and see how that goes. Crash 1 was extremely hard, way harder than I remember, but from what I understand, Crash 2 is actually a little bit better in terms of some of those new mechanics that they've put in. The third one, and this is a shame of mine, very big shame, because I'm extraordinarily late to this series. I'd like to go through The Witcher 3. I played an hour and a half when it first came out, and my sister and I really liked it, and both of us put in Smash. so I kind of forgot about it, and it went by the wayside, and I've heard such wonderful things. It was stunning from what I played of it. I remember really liking the scenery. It's a perfect action RPG kind of a thing, perfect for me. Killing monsters, doing quests. It just sounds perfect for me. But yeah, I would like to actually go through that one and do my best to complete it, and hopefully it doesn't become another Dragon Age Inquisition where it takes me forever. So yeah, that's what I'd like to get through on the PlayStation 4. Another one on this PlayStation 4 that I've had for quite a while. I am a huge Assassin's Creed fan. I love Assassin's Creed games. Problem is, I've never finished a single one. I start all of them, never finish them, and I get distracted very easily in them because it's open world sandbox. You do what you want, run around, and I get distracted. And so I'm going to change that. And since most of them are now on the PlayStation 4, I think all of them are now, I want to go through them all and actually beat them. And so the first one I'm starting with is Assassin's Creed 1 from the Ezio collection, and I want to just go through that and beat it. I know it's not as great of a port. They said that there's some issues there. That's fine. I'm okay with it. It'll bring back a lot of great memories. But yeah, I would like to do that and beat that one. The next one on my list, as I said, in my game series that I regret that I haven't played, I said that I was going to play it this year, and I was so looking forward to it. You bet I am, and I'm playing Yakuza 1. I am so excited to play this game. I'm hyped. As I said, I was like just holding this box, going, I remember seeing this at that little comic book that Pizza Hut used to give me when I used to go there to eat with my family when I was a kid. I'm totally going to do that because I've never owned a Yakuza game, and I finally did. I finally found them. They were on sale, a great deal. I bought a whole bunch of them. I'm playing Yakuza 1 this year. Another game that I've regretted, and I think I talked about it as well, that I've never played, was the Shenmue series. I have all three now. One was given for Christmas, and I want to play it, and so I'm going to play Shenmue 1. And I'm looking so forward to playing that one as well. So the next one is a game partly because of nostalgia and partly because I want to re-experience it again, and I might try to get my daughter to, if she is willing, because again she's only 2, right, to sit down and go through it with me or play some of it with me or watch me play. And this is on the Switch, playing Mario 64. Which is, they released that collection, the 3D All-Stars collection, and I got it, and I would bring the games and show you, but my daughter likes to steal them. As you've seen before, this running gag of my daughter running in little hands as she grabs them, and then I don't know where she puts them. So for this one, I didn't want to do that, because I'm still trying to find some of the games that she took. So I want to play that Mario 64. I have great memories. It's one of my favorite games. I think I've given a talk about it and how important it was for me as a memory, because it has a lot of my father, who's no longer with us, in a game that he would watch and let me play when I was sick and having stomach aches and things. So there was a lot of fun. And it was actually the first game I owned for a system, because it came with my Nintendo 64. So I was just, there's a lot of great memories there, and I want to play that again. The next is a game that I just never played, partly as, again, I never owned some of these consoles, and so I never experienced some of these games. And in particular, I didn't own an NES, and so I never had to play the first Zelda. And I would like to do that. I mean, I've played Ocarina of Time, I've played Majora's Mask, I've never beat any of them. And that's another game series that I've just never beaten any of the games. I've played a whole bunch of Zelda games, Wind Waker, Skyward Sword, but just I've never beaten them, and I don't know why. It just, something else comes in and stops me, but I want to beat it because I love Zelda. I love the entire franchise. My favorite characters, I should say, in Smash Brothers are Link and Zelda. Zelda's my favorite, one of my favorites to play. I just love playing Zelda so much. In Smash, and I have other favorites like Olimar. I just love Olimar. He's so great as a character. But anyways, it's a separate thing. So yeah, I want to play the first Zelda and experience some of that and see where the series started. The next on my list is to play the original Spyro. I have such great memories of playing Spyro with my friend at his house with his PlayStation 1, and I have a lot of nostalgia for it. I played a little bit because he would pass controllers back and forth. And I experienced some of it, and I never had a PlayStation 1, so I never had these games. And so I never got to play them by myself, right? For just me to go through. And when they released this Reignited trilogy, I thought, yeah, this is the perfect time. And I thought, this has been another... It looks like 2021 might be better, and it seems to be going in a better direction than 2020 did. But it's still going to be a long process. With a lot, it seems to be a lot of downs still, like lockdowns and things happening still. So I might want some of that nostalgia to make me feel a little bit better. So I thought I'd put Spyro 1 on here. The next is for the Switch. I do want to beat Zelda Breath of the Wild. I played about 15 hours in, got lost, loved it. Loved every minute of it. And like with so many games, especially Zelda games for some reason for me, I just stopped. And that's a shame because it's a wonderful game. And now with the new one coming out, I really want to finish this one because I really liked it. I love the graphics, I love the story, I love the open world, I love the innovation that Nintendo was doing with this game. And I want to have that experience. So I'm going to definitely finish that one. The next one is I want to finish or at least start, and hopefully finish, Fire Emblem Echoes for the 3DS. As I said, I never played a Fire Emblems game before, except for last year when I played for the very first time Birthright, and it was wonderful. I loved it. I was a little nervous because I thought, oh, who knows if I'm going to like this series, but I really love it. And I loved it so much I even bought the newest one for the Switch, with Three Houses or something, because I really want to play them. Like it got me hooked. The story, the combat, taking turns. I love that turn-based strategy. Like it's wonderful. I can't say anything better about the series so far, and so I like that. The next one is a game that I said I was gonna play no matter what, and that was because last year I played the prequel, and so this year I'm gonna finish and play the Fractured Butthole South Park. I know this will be fun. I don't even have to even think about it. I'm saving it for a time when I might need it the most. And you know what? I'm going to laugh my ass off. I'm going to love the jokes. I'm going to think it's the best game ever. I know it. I already know that. It's going to have perfect things. I love South Park, so I'm not worried. And the last one on my list is, again, I mentioned there was a couple franchises that I just never got into. And one of them was Luigi's Mansion. And I did have a GameCube. The issue was, when I went to get Luigi's Mansion, this was but 2 months after it was released, I couldn't find it. And my parents tried, and I couldn't find it. I rented it, and I think I played it for an hour, and then my sister complained and whatever. I was hogging it because my game system hooked up with the main television, so you had to share. So anyways, I didn't get to play through the whole thing, but I want to finish Luigi's Mansion, and I know that it's released on the DS, a port of it, and I want to get that. I haven't bought it yet. I've been looking on eBay and some other places like Amazon and things to get it because I do want to at least play it. And if not, I don't know if there's a ROM. There probably is somewhere, but I do want to play it. I think it's deserved. It's a wonderful IP, and I want to encourage Nintendo to do stuff like that, where they take someone who is a side character in these main Nintendo franchise and just go with them and make a whole new story. I love that kind of stuff. I love innovation in the gaming industry. So yeah, those are my 20 games. So I'm hoping I can get through most of them. I'm hoping I get through all of them, and play other games on top of it as well. So yeah, with that, that's my list. So if you have a list of games you want to get to in 2021, please share them in the comments below. Like, subscribe, all of that stuff. And remember, have a wonderful day. Stay positive. 2021 is going to be better than it was for 2020. Remember, stay positive and stay safe, guys. Take care.